Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to talk about Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. Did you know it got a prequel to one of the major subplots? Did you ever wonder why Mr. Rochester got blinded at the end of the novel? Well, you will get all these answers in this video. But before talking about the prequel, let's recall what Jane Eyre was all about. The protagonist Jane is an orphan and has a very sad childhood. But in her early adulthood, she meets wealthy and dashing Mr. Rochester and falls in love with him. Later, he too reciprocates her feeling and proposes her for marriage. But on their wedding day, poor Jane discovers that she cannot legally marry Mr. Rochester as he is already married. And his first wife, Bertha, has gone mad and is locked up in the third floor of the mansion due to her violent behavior. Mr. Rochester tries to convince Jane that he was stuck in a forceful marriage and wants to spend the rest of his life with Jane. But Jane refuses and flees away. A little later, Jane gets a mesmeric call from Mr. Rochester and decides to go back to him. But when she returns, she finds the estate has been put onto fire by Bertha and she jumps herself to death. In an attempt to save Bertha, Mr. Rochester goes blinded. Reunited, Jane and Rochester marry and Mr. Rochester gains some of his sight. Later, the couple have a son. That's the end of the story here. Now, White Sagacity by Jean Rhys is considered to be the prequel to Jane Eyre as it portrays the life of Bertha and her family. It is a visceral response to Charlotte Bronte's treatment of Mr. Rochester's mad first wife. It reveals the horrifying reality that might lie behind a man's claim that a woman is mad. It humanizes Bronte's distorted subplot of mad woman in the attic. The novel is partially narrated by Antoinette, which is the real name of Bertha, and partially by Mr. Rochester. It is all about rage, injustice, and personal sadism, and also about social and sexual expertise. The major difference that we see in both of these novels is in the character of Mr. Rochester. Bronte's Rochester is dark and brooding, whereas Rhys Rochester is a romantic lead turning into a callous villain. He's cowardly and bullying at the same time. He's a kind of man who marries for money, uses women only for sex, and whose behavior made his wife go mad. In Jane Eyre, Rochester blames Bertha for all his unhappiness, but White Sagacity shows how he is himself responsible for it. White Sagacity is a horror novel and the source of horror comes from domestic cruelty. Rochester renames her Bertha just like a slave owner names his human chattel. This renaming symbolizes his dominance. He has taken her money, her property, her sense of security, her emotional happiness, her sexual dignity, and now finally her name. In his psychopathic self-pity, everything that he has done to her, he pretends that she has done to him. The novel is a flashback to Jane Eyre and portrays Rochester's sadism, twisted self-pity, and self-serving lies. Like all sadists, he too enjoys torturing his victim, having pretended that she is mad, and doing everything he can to mistreat her until she actually feels that she is going mad. She expresses her thoughts in stream of consciousness and dreams of setting the house to fire to attain freedom from her restricted life. And when she wakes up, she actually sets the house on fire, which we even see in Jane Eyre. So now we know that Mr. Rochester goes blinded at the end of the novel Jane Eyre because of the poetic justice given by the author to the character of Rochester for whatever he has done to Bertha. Thank you guys for watching my video. Like the video if you liked the content and got to know something new. Also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for more such updates. And hit the bell icon to never miss any update on my videos. Also, my channel is all about books and self-composed poetry. Thank you.